Welcome back to episode 9 of the Dilks Musk.
You sound kind of, not as chipper as the other times.
Well, I'm sorry to say
I
to the fans that JD was correct. I'm sorry for doubting him, and that's about all the sorries you're going to get from me, my friend.
Is that a whiskey?
Proper number 12. Drink responsibly, of course.
Did you need to have a drink knowing that you were going to be starting this episode with an apology?
I'm not. I knew this was going to happen.
Sponsored by Canada Dry because I'm rocking this show through a strep throat.
You're strapped up?
Yeah. Pretty
How'd
bad.
that happen?
Pretty bad.
Are you...
Like, I barely had a voice yesterday.
Is this self-diagnosed or is this doctor?
No, doctor diagnosed. I'm on antibiotics. I'm on penicillin.
Dr. Scholes?
I'm on penicillin.
Oh.
Like you got it. Dominic's got it. All of our friend group has it.
Why'd you get it?
It was a popular thing at the time.
Right.
That's kind of old. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
It's old news. Why get COVID when you can get strep throat?
How does strep throat come about, if you will?
I had a tickle.
Tickle?
And then, since everybody else had it, I went to the doctors and I said, I think I have it. I can feel it in my throat a little bit. And he's like, well, I'm not even going to test you. And I'm just going to say you have it and treat you as such. And I said, you're going to test me.
Have you been working or?
I didn't work Tuesday and I'm off on Wednesdays.
That's right.
So I worked through, Monday I worked through it. So I was hoping I was at the end of the strep.
So you're probably like right in the middle.
And then I woke up Tuesday in the weeds. I was bad. I was so
You know what helps with strep throat? Proper number 12. Drink responsibly. Not you though, JD. I mean other people.
Because I don't know how to drink responsibly.
I wanted to get on here and be like Conor McGregor and say, I apologize for absolutely nothing.
But you did spend about a half an hour berating me.
It was uncalled for.
It was out of line and it was uncalled for.
I can't believe. I still think Mom timestamped them wrong.
You saw the timestamp, sir.
I know what I saw.
August 8th, 1999.
And Jessica was like this. I remember. You don't remember. I know you're listening, Jess. You don't remember.
Maybe her first memories are on that trip.
No.
Because she would have been, 3?
She's not remembering anything from that trip.
She was 3. I don't know. Sometimes people have an early memory.
You're right.
What you got to do is you got to find out what she remembers.
Was this the Montana trip?
Yeah.
Then Montana's her favorite state.
Is it?
Montana's her favorite state, yeah.
We're going to phone a friend.
Montana's her favorite state.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just curious.
It's not going to pick up.
I'm having flashbacks.
It should. Awkward.
It'd be more awkward if she calls you back or something.
Your call has been.
Jesus.
She's busy. She's painting. She's busy.
She just got done painting the other day.
Oh, like that's it? Like they just moved in and now they're done painting?
Done painting.
Now that's a move-in ready house.
Jide,
Chris.
what do you think the greatest sequel ever made was?
Terminator 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Better than Godfather 2?
Well, I mean, Godfather 2 is up there, but there are some pretty good sequels out there. Most successful, if we're talking about most successful, was Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator 2.
No.
You know, we got whatchamacallit because of, so Cameron, what the hell is his name? James Cameron. He directed and created the first Terminator movie back in the 80s. And then he did Terminator 2 in the early 90s.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong about what?
Most successful.
Most successful sequels?
Avenger.
I wasn't even thinking about Avengers. Yeah. But it was for many years.
Would you call are they brand new movies? Would you call Star Wars all sequels? Or just one entity per movie?
I think the original sequel to Star Wars would be the sequel, not the sequel that they say it is. The one that came out in like 1980.
Okay.
In my opinion, that's the sequel to the first one. I know that right now the first one's like the fourth one. So I don't even care for Star Wars to begin with, but I firmly believe that
we're going to lose a lot of viewers for that.
No, we're not. People don't like Star Wars as much as they used to.
That's true.
You're either all in on it with all the hype, or you've become turned off by it because of all the hype.
What about Avatar 2? Did that do anything?
Killed. Oh, yeah. Destroyed box office.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's up there.
It is. It is up there.
We didn't even think of the newer stuff.
All of the Marvel movies.
Guardians of the Galaxy destroyed it too.
All of them did. That's why Samuel L. Jackson has been is like one of the highest grossing movie actors of all time is Samuel L. Jackson, because he was in all the Marvel movies.
Samuel L. Jackson's in everything. What's that from?
Snakes on a Plane? I don't know.
What? Who's in more movies, Samuel L. or Kevin Bacon?
Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know why or how, but I'm pretty sure it's got to be Samuel L. Jackson.
You look up Samuel, I'll look up Kevin Bacon. Are we doing movies, right? Not TV shows.
It all counts as the same thing. He's appeared in 197 projects.
How many?
That's 170 to 102. He's got him by like 70 movies.
Yeah, he's got 105.
Yeah, and the other one's got like 170.
I'm trying to think of other people who are even sniffing hundreds.
Tom Cruise?
No.
What do you mean no?
He's at like 60.
No, I thought you meant like in movies that grossed a lot of money.
No, I'm talking about in the hundreds of being a performing actor in over 100 movies.
Or TV shows.
TV shows, yeah.
They're combined. Hank Azaria is up there, I think. Hank Azaria has been on TV, though, as a voice actor.
It doesn't count, JD.
Voice actors don't count?
No.
They're not real people?
No, not in the show. Probably Avengers. I didn't even like many of the Avengers.
No, I got bored early.
Well, the problem is I can't sit still for 3 hours. I just can't.
I don't want to.
I don't want to. Now, Pursuit to Happiness, that's pushing 3 hours. Struck my attention the entire time.
Yeah, I feel like the Marvel's all action.
Yeah, and no like settle down. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's I guess there's a huge following for it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's still making a ton of money.
It's not worried about our views, JD.
No.
It's just not.
They're not going to hurt in the box office because of what I just said.
No. I promise people will still watch the next Avengers.
Is there going to be another one?
I don't know. Do you think Robert Downey Jr. had the best comeback in acting history?
If not one of.
Who's right there with comeback stories? Winona Ryder.
Not in comparison.
No, but she has a comeback story.
So does Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore's been famous her whole life.
Yeah, but she was also a drunk and a drug addict for a lot of her earlier years. So to get sober is to make a comeback. See what I did there?
Yeah. I see what you did there.
Yeah. So, I mean, good Robert Downey Jr., he got sober in the early 2000s. And then he was kind of quiet for a while. And then all of a sudden, he was in that Kat Dennings movie, Charlie Bartlett. You ever see Charlie Bartlett about the kid who was like
yeah with
Kat Dennings?
Yeah.
Yep. And Robert Downey Jr. plays the drunk dad.
Yeah.
And principal or whatever.
I remember.
That was like his first movie back, and then all of a sudden he was Tony Stark, and then he was back
everywhere.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies is
Due Date.
Oh my god. when they're about to cross the border and he's like hotboxing the car.
Yeah. And Pink Floyd is playing.
Yeah. Comfortably Numb.
Yeah, Comfortably Numb is playing, and then he like looks over at him.
And he's like this.
They do that like together. Yeah. They bring it in.
That's funny. Oh my god.
Those movies I still watch. I watched it like a couple months ago.
I watch The Campaign all the time.
I love The Campaign. Oh my god.
I know.
Buddy comedies.
What?
Like buddy movies, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Where there's two main people.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some other great buddy movies?
I Love You, Man.
I Love You, Man's a good one.
With Paul Rudd and Jason Segel.
That's Siegel.
I know.
Twins.
Twins is probably like the OG one. No, hold on. Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, it is.
Would you consider that one?
Yeah, because that was more of a buddy action. That was after like the popular TV show with whatchamacallit, Starsky and Hutch. You know.
Oh yeah.
And so that to me falls in the realm of just like Beverly Hills Cop. It has the two cops that are buddy cop. You know what I mean? It's not just him by himself.
Yeah.
I think Eddie Murphy's like in the Hall of Fame. I just don't think he's all that to
Trading Places with him and
Dan Aykroyd.
That's a good one.
They just started a comedian.
Coming to America.
No, a comedian. Well, yeah, a comedian's Hall of Fame. I don't think Eddie Murphy makes it to the Hall of Fame of stand-up comedians. I think Eddie Murphy makes it to the stand-up of not stand-up.
I'll wait until you're done.
The Comedy Hall of Fame. The straight-up comedy, movies, TV shows, stand-up, all of it.
He makes it in before Jerry Seinfeld.
Not as a straight-up comedian.
Jenny Raw.
Okay.
One of the biggest hits that hit TV for stand-up comedy.
I know it was big, and why?
It wasn't.
Why hasn't he done anything in 30 years?
Okay, question: what TV special? Not talking about Seinfeld, but what TV special for just strictly stand-up comedy has Jerry Seinfeld had?
He made specials?
Yeah.
3.
Which ones?
And one that came out in the late 90s.
What was the name of them?
I don't know the names of them.
Do you know the name of Raw?
Yeah, it's Raw.
Boom.
What's the name of his other one?
I don't need to know the other one.
Yeah, you do. So you keep on. Just because you have one big hit doesn't make you a comedian that's in the Hall of Fame.
But Jenny, he's been around forever.
If the Comedy Hall of Fame.
Okay. Question.
Yes, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's in it. I love him in Beverly Hills Cop. I love all 3 of them. I love it. Go ahead.
You get 1 free ticket, backstage pass, to an Eddie Murphy one or Jerry Seinfeld. Which one are you going to?
Going to Seinfeld. Eddie Murphy's out of touch.
Out of touch? Jerry Seinfeld's done this. Well, how about them airplane napkins?
And it's relatable.
What? Okay, listen, I'm taking nothing away from Jerry Seinfeld. Successful, awesome.
Why do people say you get on the plane? You get in the plane.
Okay, again, I'm taking nothing away. He's an unbelievable comic.
That's a George Carlin line.
Hilarious.
Fuck you, I'll get in the plane.
Great.
We need to get on the plane.
Great show. He did so successful, so rich. Take nothing against him. But Eddie Murphy's better. That would agree. That agrees.
I know. I'm not saying this is the stand-up comedian.
Call Dad. Call Dad. Ask him who would he rather see in show. Eddie Murphy.
He's gonna hear you this time because of my thing.
Okay, good.
Hey.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad.
Hey, I'm in Justice.
Oh, okay. You're on the podcast.
Okay.
Dad, who would you rather see in show? Eddie Murphy, comedy show. Eddie Murphy or Jerry Seinfeld?
Eddie Murphy, definitely.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you.
Because you haven't seen or heard from Eddie Murphy in 25 years.
No, Jenny, he's a better stand-up comic.
He's not the better
I'm basing mine on 2 or 3 of his. He had 2 or 3 of the biggest shows around. And
thank you.
Thank you. Jerry Seinfeld, I've seen a ton of his stand-up, and observation-wise, I don't really think he's that funny. I mean, he was great in Seinfeld, and he's funny like in that show, but I didn't think he was like,
Thank you. Thank you, Dad.
Oh. Yeah, okay. That's one person's opinion.
Dad, he's so mad that he's wrong.
I'd rather see Richard Pryor than Jerry Seinfeld dead.
Richard Pryor's on me.
Did you?
He's dead.
That's hilarious.
I'd rather see. I'd go see Masco.
Oh.
Before
Jerry Seinfeld.
Probably. Yeah, it's one of those things like when you guys saw Paul McCartney, you can't take that away. It's a memory that lasts forever. To be able to say I saw, Eddie Murphy in a show, It would be like seeing George Carlin. You could talk about that the rest of your life.
Thank you, Dad.
All right, we're about to wrap. Let me go.
Dad.
Let's see. He got really busy. He got busy and
No, I heard everything. I heard the whole conversation. Are you upset that you're wrong? He would rather see.
It doesn't make me wrong. It just makes our opinions differ. And if we're saying it like, hey, you can either get tickets right now.
Yeah.
I'm taking Eddie Murphy because I haven't seen Eddie Murphy in 30 years. But when it comes to my wall of what Jerry Seinfeld's done for comedians.
Okay, let's go back to this. It's 1987.
Okay.
1987. Okay. They're like this. You could choose. Now bring yourself back to 1987.
Yep. I'm going to Eddie Murphy's show.
You're going to Eddie Murphy's show.
Yeah.
Okay. What? Over Jerry Seinfeld, right?
In the moment, yes. In 1987, but not in 1981.
What about 1982?
Not 1983.
He wasn't even doing it yet.
Yes, he was. He was young. He broke out around 19 years old when he was on SNL. He got famous when he was on SNL.
Was Jerry Seinfeld ever on SNL?
No.
Okay.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus was. She was on SNL. Larry David was a writer for SNL.
I know. He's actually good friends with Lorne Michaels. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's how he met Elaine for the show.
Elaine was on SNL?
Mid-80s with Eddie Murphy. You know another great you know what I was just thinking about? One of the OG buddy comedies?
What?
The Blues Brothers.
I just saw another one, but that's an awesome one.
What is it, top Blues Brothers?
Depends on who you're asking.
Well, Eddie Murphy wasn't in it, so.
Grumpy Old Men.
Grumpy Old Men, that's a great one.
I'm trying to think of what else. Oh!
What?
Would you consider Boondock Saints?
A buddy comedy?
Yeah, they're buddies. They're brothers.
Well, it's buddy comedy's the name.
Oh, we're going buddy. Oh, buddy comedy. Boondock Saints. Oh.
There's some funny parts in it, yeah, but I wouldn't consider it comedy.
The other guys.
That's a great one. Will Ferrell's in a lot of buddy comedy.
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
More whiskey. Drink
Talladega
responsibly.
Nights. Talladega Nights, the buddy comedy.
Sherlock. No, Holmes.
Yeah. And that's a Guy Ritchie movie, and Guy Ritchie makes great movies. He did I
know a bunch of them.
I know, I'm blanking on the names of them.
Oh my God. Oh, he did A Gentleman?
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did The Gentleman.
Great. And
Yeah,
Dad didn't realize Jax was in that.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, Jax is the king of that. He walks away the
I know. Still sipping on that ginger. Is that an 8 ounce or a 12 ounce?
7.5 ounce.
Yeah, I knew.
It ages good.
So is this whiskey.
But yeah, they never got back to me about that sponsorship.
Proper number 12 never got back to you?
They said our numbers weren't boosted enough.
They will. They will. One day.
I told them, well, maybe your numbers will be boosted through us.
Maybe. Maybe.
One bottle at a time, Doc.
If they send me one bottle a week, I will continue doing this. That will be my payment.
That's all we need. That's all it takes. Is just one bottle a week.
This bottle is $50. Great priced. Great taste.
So you want to make $50 a week?
Great memories.
So you want to make $50 an hour is what you're saying?
We're on this for 2 hours, so it'll be like $25 an hour. Do the math, JD.
Well, usually the episodes are an hour long, but I guess per week.
Yeah. We used to be able to quiz JD with math times tables. He used to be able, I don't know how many pots he's smoking now, but he used to be able to knock them out pretty quickly.
I still can.
Shall we run through?
No. I mean...
We'll do one easy one.
Fine.
I'm terrible at math, so I'll be using a calculator.
It's going to take me a minute to... I'm not like Rain Man. Tell them I'm not like Rain Man.
No. 17 times 23. The silence is deafening, ladies and gentlemen. This is like a par 5 eagle shot.
$414?
No, way off. 391.
All right, maybe the pots have affected my math.
The pots.
But maybe it's a calculator on my phone at all times that has also affected my skills.
It's true. Is it true if you don't use it, you lose it?
It's 100% true. Sometimes I'll be like, I don't know what zero. Dominic's learning the times tables right now. I'm like, oh, that's right.
0 times 4 is 0.
9 times 7 is 73. See, I got that wrong.
9 times. So that's 63.
See, I'm glad I don't take the test. I wouldn't get 100%.
That is funny.
You gotta teach Bria the times tables.
Well, I'm teaching her spelling. That's my high class. That's the only thing I'm good at is spelling. So I'm better than you at spelling and Scrabble.
Oh my god. You won like twice.
Jay, I've won a dozen times at least against
Not
you.
when I play. No, not when
Yes.
No.
Yeah, we should do a Scrabble one. We should do a full Scrabble game.
Oh, Grandma. Grandma will tell you.
Grandma's not even a challenge anymore.
Call her and tell you said that. Call her and
No, I'm not telling Patsy I said that.
call her and see who the better player is.
It's me.
See what she says.
No, she's going to say you because you cheat and you know the different dictionaries. But I know them too.
So you don't want to actually call to get confirmation that you're the better player.
Grandma's asleep. I don't want to bother her. It's
Grandma's not
7:15.
asleep at 7:15. She's up at least until 2.
No.
She is a night owl, my friend. I don't know my grandmother.
You call her then.
I will.
You're calling Grandma on this podcast right now.
Yeah.
She's going to be embarrassed.
She won't know what a podcast is.
Can't believe you're calling Patsy. Graham Cell.
She's probably out.
She has more social life than both of us put together.
JD?
Hey, Graham.
Hi, I don't know whether I got both of you or not, you and Sandy. You mind being on the phone? Because if I try to fix it...
No, you're actually on the phone with me and Chris.
Oh, Jesus.
Hi, Grandma.
How this works. Hi, Chris.
So,
What happened?
Chris wants you to confirm who the better Scrabble player is, me or him.
Oh, Jesus, Chris. You should have never put me in this position.
Grandma, speak the truth.
You know it's him.
I know.
Chris didn't think I would call you to find out.
He cheats, Grandma.
But I hated to do that to you, Christopher, because you're coming into your own right now. But if you're taking the whole thing, you know it's him.
I know. Maybe one day.
Chris tried telling me that you wouldn't be.
Absolutely.
Chris tried saying you wouldn't be awake if I tried to call you. I said she goes to bed at 2.
Oh my God, yes. Didn't you really, Christopher?
I know. I just didn't want him to call you to prove him right.
I know. You were getting desperate on that one.
I know.
My God.
All right. Well, thank you, Graham.
Well, I just, whatever it is. What can I say?
Say love, E.
I do.
All right. Well, have a good
All
night.
right.
Love you.
I'll talk to you again. Christopher, I'll talk to you again.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was interesting.
Hold on. You call her 86-year-old grandmother. That's who you called? That's who you called?
I knew she would answer.
I didn't think you were going to actually call her.
Of course I was going to call her. I know she's awake. I've talked to her all the time at this time of night.
I know she was awake.
Graham and I have a friendship.
So do we.
Okay, so then how can you not expect me to call her?
I call her when I'm driving around for work or
Listen,
on the way home from work.
I was berated the other day. I wasn't going to be berated again for no reason.
Berated?
I had to get a shower because I felt so dirty after that episode. I had to wash off all my tears.
I still don't think Mom's correct, but
Chris, the photos were time-stamped.
Were they?
Yeah, 8/8/99.
How do I know she's not Frank Abagnale?
Frank Abigail is his name.
How do I know that she's not him? Messing with the numbers.
You think...
Catch me if you can.
Abagnale.
That's what I said.
Abagnale?
That's what I said. How do I know she's not messing with them numbers?
You think that she has an entire tub filled with...
It'll be real easy to change that 4 to a 9.
Change that 4 to a 9?
94 to 99? How do I know it wasn't August 94?
Because she texted me the other day an itinerary. You ready?
I got the itinerary.
You got the same text?
You don't have to repeat it. I got it.
You know I remember all the trips.
I know.
I won't read it out loud. Or was that to the group?
It was to the group.
That's even more embarrassing. Actually, July 9th, 1995, our road trip to Canada. Christiana went back to Germany on the 6th. She met Emily in the hospital.
No,
we left on the 7th, stayed overnight near Cooperstown, then one night in Niagara Falls.
Land your plane. You said you weren't reading it.
I have a picture with both of you touching the full Stanley Cup. It just got back from the Winners Pass tour to the Hockey Hall of Fame. One night in Kingston along the St. Lawrence River. 2 nights in Montreal.
You said you were not reading it.
And 2 nights in Old Quebec City when Chris yelled, "I smell refund." That's why I read it.
That commercial was a happening commercial.
What was that even for?
I think it was probably tax commercial.
Probably was, but I don't know. I barely remember that part.
Oh, God. That's funny.
Yeah, Mom gave me the itinerary. So that was 95. I was wrong. See, I'll accept responsibility for being wrong about thinking that we went to Canada in 94 when really it was 95.
Oh, you're accepting that responsibility? He's such an honorable person.
I was wrong, and I apologize for being wrong.
Is that right? You just so strong to apologize so fast.
I'm brave. That's what I am.
You're brave? Sorry, sir. Did you just call yourself brave?
Remember, that's the name of the episode. I think Brie is screaming when she heard me say.
Can you hear her?
Yeah.
She's yelling at Archie down there.
Why?
I don't know. Her and Archie are funny. Courtney's probably going to yell next.
It's a chain reaction.
Yeah.
One yells at the other, and then the other yells.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Spot on.
That's actually from How I Met Your Mother.
Never watched it. What stars have come from there? And don't say, I know Jason Segel. I know the red-haired chick. What's his name? Barney. I know he came from there. That's it.
Jason Segel.
The red-haired chick.
Who is from the American Pie movies.
I said her. And Barney.
But you're calling. Oh, and the other one went to Marvel.
Who?
Robin.
No, she didn't.
Yes,
It's another girl. That's another girl.
Oh my God! How wrong do you want to be tonight? Ask yourself that before you challenge me further.
I'm not even challenging you.
Well, yes, you are. Robin was in the first Marvel movie, the Avengers. She was in the Avengers one. Her name is Robin Scherbatsky on How I Met Your Mother. I can't think of her real name.
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Age of Ultron. She was in.
She was in the other one too.
The original, The Avengers.
Yeah.
And Captain America.
Yep.
But she's not really famous. What's her name?
I can't think of it.
Yeah, exactly. Not famous.
And Josh Radnor isn't that famous. I'll admit that. But
how many 3 named people are famous?
Well,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
That's probably because there was already a Joseph Levitt. Once there's a name, it can't be taken ever again.
Okay, so Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Barney, what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris.
Yep.
So there was a Neil Harris?
Probably.
And
that dates back to like the 40s, kind of old Hollywood.
You couldn't share the same name? Is that why some people change their name? Do you know The Rock's name is actually not The Rock?
He's not that popular of a guy, so I can't imagine you know his real name.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
There's so many Johnsons out there, I hardly think they...
You mean to tell me there's only one Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah.
Is that why he throws the rock in between?
Probably. No, he goes by Dwayne Johnson. I thought you meant like in life, everywhere.
Oh, like in general.
Like, do you think there's any Dwayne Johnsons? I was like, yeah, there's.
No, actors.
No,
famous actors.
No, because they wouldn't be able to use the same name.
I did not know that. That is a cool fact.
Yeah, it's from the Screen Actors Guild.
Wasn't there a movie on that with Bryan Cranston?
When he was a writer.
What was his name in that movie as a writer?
He
won a shitload of awards for that.
I know. I'm blanking on the name.
Wasn't like I forget what it was called. Do you remember it all?
I'm looking it up. Trumbo.
Trumbo.
He was like famous in like the 60s or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I didn't care to watch it.
Me neither.
But I know he did it where he was like a screen actor, where he was a screenwriter, I mean.
Did you just hear Bria?
What'd she say?
She's yelling at someone down there.
What's on TV?
She loves Trolls now.
Trolls?
Yeah.
So is that what's playing?
Yeah, probably. I know all the songs to it now.
No big deal.
No big deal. There's a lot of popular people in that. Anna Kendrick.
So
Is that her? Justin Timberlake. Ever heard of him?
You ever heard of him? He was
Russell Brand. Actually, I don't know if that Russell Brand one is true. Have you ever watched the movie?
no.
Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake, James Corden, Zoe Deschanel.
What was that chant going on over there?
I don't know. I can't tell you.
That was like a chant straight out of like New Zealand's tribes.
Yeah, she's probably doing that same little dance down there too.
She a little Hawaiian.
She did watch a lot of Moana, so she's right there. You know?
Yeah.
So, but you want to cut it?
I keep hearing her screech.
She's screeching. She's yelling at someone down there.
All right. Well, I don't have anything else for this week.
Me neither.
Oh, did you see the Phillies pitcher, Andrew Painter?
I did.
He pitched good today.
Trey Turner's killing it down there.
I know. He's
batting like 680, JD.
I mean, not to brag.
I think they're projecting right now the Phillies to go, what'd they say, 106 and 56?
Who?
ESPN just put out projections like that.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen that.
Look it up. Give it a goog.
All right. This is about to cut out on us anyway.
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you.
See ya.
Yeah.